great work is mandatory. It's a must. If we want to continue to grow, if we want to get to the goals that we have set forth, then we have to put out great work. It's got to be the best.
Hey guys, I want to welcome everybody back to Shop Talk Tuesday. I'm Dustin Jackson, the owner of EZN, and today I have Kandace with me. She's our customer relations manager here at EZN. And today we're going to talk a little bit about how you would go about scheduling a job or getting an estimate from us. And Kandace plays a pretty big role in that, so I'm going to let her talk to you about what her job is and what she does kind of day to day.
Hey guys, I'm Kandace, and like you said, I'm the customer relations manager. What I do day to day is go through, answer any kind of questions a customer may have, find out their needs for their vehicle, their boats, whatever it is that they may need to get detailed, and discuss that with them.
Yeah, and you do scheduling as well, so when they actually do book the detail, or if they book online or whatever, you're looking at that schedule day to day and making sure that what we have on schedule will get done and our crews are going to be able to perform the work.
Yes. Going through and making sure that the time allotted for that job is actually there, as well as we have the staff on hand to do it.
That's right, yeah, because we all know things change, and when you have employees that are doing work, sometimes things get moved around and all, and we want to make sure that we have the right schedule. So that plays a big role in it.
Yeah, and we have that mobile unit too, so make sure they're not off doing something that way. The guys in house.
Absolutely. So what are some of the ways that a customer could go about getting an estimate or scheduling a job with us?
Okay, one, they could show up. They can come in, bring the vehicle, boat, anything, let us look at it. At that point, we can go through, do an inspection of it then, and give them an accurate price of what they're expecting to pay.
So that's probably one of the best ways to do it, to get an actual price of this is what it's going to cost you to get your job done, is to come here on site. Basically, pull up. And does that have to be scheduled, or can somebody just pull up?
No,
Okay.
they can. I mean, at any time, the amount of time that it takes to go out there and look at that, they can show up anytime.
So that's awesome. What other ways could they schedule a detail?
They could give us a call.
Okay.
At that point, if they give us a call, I have a list of questions that I ask, depending on if it's a vehicle, if it's a boat, if it's an RV, that can kind of determine what they may need. It's still sight unseen, so there's still that.
Yeah, it's still an estimate, per se, but it gets you a little bit more, so you're able to gather some of that information. Yeah. And if they don't know an answer to a question, it's something that you can probably skip over, at least until you see the vehicle in person.
Yeah. That way, because sometimes they might have oxidation on their boat and they don't think they do.
That's right.
So
or maybe they don't even know what it is.
Yes, you have to explain it to them. There's ways of explaining it to them so where they can figure it out.
They can understand, sure.
But still, you need to know more accurate sometimes.
Absolutely, yeah. But it's still a way. If they call in, they're going to be able to talk to you, maybe express their concerns, let you know what they're looking for, maybe the reason that they're getting a detail. That's probably a pretty important one.
Yes, they can. I mean, the reasoning behind them wanting to get a detail, we can tell them, hey, okay, if it's their dream vehicle, dream boat, you might want to protect it, get it ceramic coated.
That's right. So if they're looking to keep it for a long time.
Yes. If it's something that they've always wanted their entire life, if it's something that they're getting it ready to sell, I mean,
they may just want to freshen it up.
Yeah, just clean it up, get it to where it looks good.
Pass it on to the next customer.
Yes.
That's right.
And then.
So if they didn't call or if they didn't come in, obviously, I know we have a booking site, but that would probably be the next best option.
And the booking site, it is amazing. I mean, just what you can do on it. The customer goes to the site, they go to the main page, they pick their vehicle type. At that point, it itemizes out different packages.
Yeah, it's going to show them all of our packages, basically, and allow them to see the pricing that we offer depending on, based on their vehicle.
Based on their vehicle, their needs, they can choose there. They can see all the a la carte options that are an add-ons, and then they can, if they don't have a complete answer to it, they can call us at that point and still go over it.
And it kind of gives them an idea. They're able to basically see our menu. They can see all of our pricing and our options available, kind of compare them side by side. And then if they're still not confident in their choice, they could call you, and then they're a little more educated, so they have an understanding of what you offer. So that sometimes that conversation probably is a lot easier. Yeah.
It's a little easier at that point, because I've had people call and say, hey, I'm on your site. The detail job that's this amount. does this have this in it?
Right.
Just different things like that. So at that point, I'm going, what are you getting done? Just so I can make sure that the price
get me
is
on
right.
the same page.
Yes.
That's right.
So.
But it's awesome that this customer is calling in and asking, but in a more educated manner, not just, hey, I don't even know where to start, basically.
Yes.
And we work fine with those customers as well, but it gives them a little bit of
it's a breath of fresh air.
It is. It is. So those are the 3 ways that they could schedule a detail. What happens, or get an estimate? What happens next? So if a customer calls in, or if they go on the booking site and they say, yeah, sure, I want it. What happens next?
It just depends. You can, if you go over the booking site, sometimes we haven't spoke to you.
Sure.
So therefore, if you're wanting to schedule a job on that booking site, it does require a deposit.
Yeah.
Just because we haven't spoke to you, we don't know what your reasoning is.
That's right, and that's taken off some of our calendars.
Yes.
So we're allocating that time on our schedule. So we want to see a little bit of commitment from you.
Yes, and if they call and say, "Hey, I scheduled this online, but I need to move it," we're not going to keep that money. We're just putting it with that job. It's going to stay that job specific.
That's right. So the deposit follows the job along. It's not we're not here to take money for not doing any work.
No.
We want the deposit to keep you committed to the schedule.
We want you to come in.
That's right.
We want you to get what you want to have done.
Absolutely. So what if they find what they want, but they didn't go through the process online and they wanted to call and get you to schedule it?
At that point, if I call or if they call and I schedule it for them, I can either send them that deposit request if they prefer. Some customers, they ask me, hey, I just want to make sure that I'm there.
Yeah, exactly.
If I schedule it as well, it's going to send them a text message and let them know, hey, you have a job on this date at this time.
What about any kind of reminders? I know that we have some reminders going out. When would a customer get a reminder?
They'll get a reminder 24 hours before their appointment's scheduled for.
Awesome.
Say I have an appointment for Friday at 9:30. Thursday, I'm going to get a text message at 9:30.
And that's really good, knowing that how busy everybody is. Yeah, and to be able to get that text message reminder, and I think it has a link on there. They could click and view the ticket and see what they were committed to.
Yeah.
Or see what they chose at that time. And it's just going to give them a reminder. Here's what we're doing. Here's the time that we need it. And basically when to drop off, when to pick up.
And it makes them more confident within that job as well.
Sure.
They enjoy seeing a line item out of everything that they're getting done.
Everything that we're doing. That's right.
That way they don't have as many questions.
Well, yeah. And so typically in the detail business, or prior to software, you would book a job and you wouldn't have that itemized invoice. You would basically be told what the detailer was going to do, and it was either on your memory or what you wrote down or whatever to try to remember that. And sometimes that's where that discrepancy comes in. And so we eliminated that when we introduced software to our business. We eliminated that gray area. So when you book a job with us, you know exactly what we're going to do, line item by line item.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
That's right.
They can see what's getting done, and if we add something to it, we line item that out. We
That's
add
right.
that invoice line to it and show that, hey, we did this.
Yeah, and I believe you even have the option to resend that. So if we're working on a job, and let's just say we notice that the headlights need to be restored, pretty common. So we'll go in and I think you'll call the customer, right, and
let them
kind
know,
of go over.
hey, the detailers, they saw this whenever they started it. Would you want to go ahead and add this to it?
Right.
Along with that, we have the options too. If we can't get in touch with them, we can send them that ticket and get them to approve
Send
it.
an approval request. Yeah, and those things are really neat, and it keeps the customers engaged in the detail, and there's no surprises. So when they come back on site, they're not, questioning, well, why is my detail $50 more, or whatever. They're knowledgeable about it. They know what to expect, and it provides a really good experience between us and the customer.
Yes, and it gets them to come back.
Sure,
it makes them feel comfortable with us to where they can come.
That's right. They're confident in the way that we're doing business because there's no hidden agenda. It's all on the front, and they see exactly what we're going to do to it. And basically, as we're doing the detail, we're checking those line items off. We're making sure everything's getting done to perfection, and so that way we know exactly what we're saying we're doing.
Yes, exactly. That way there is no, questions.
That's right. It takes the gray area out. So I'm curious, your day-to-day interaction with our detailers, you're pretty involved with them as well.
Oh yes, they're. Hourly.
Yeah.
They come in, tell me what's going on, just where they are on
Yeah.
that detail, what they think is going to be done that day, what might not get done that day.
And you have to stay in communication with them because you have customers calling, checking on jobs maybe, or maybe you have some schedules sliding around, or somebody's calling in wanting on that day. And,
Yeah.
and so the communication between you guys is
Crucial.
crucial. Thank you. Yeah.
That way, I mean, yeah, because if so-and-so calls in and wants their trailer washed today, hey, can we fit this in? It 20, 30-minute job. Can we squeeze that little bit of time in? Sure. Yes, most definitely. Or, well, they're running behind on something. So.
Right. And so organization within our shop and front office is key. That way we can operate and give the customers the knowledge or the information that they need to make decisions based on their current day. So it's really important that we keep that communication intact, and I think y'all do a great job of it, by the way. So what would be one of the main reasons that communication is key between the shop and yourself?
Just so that the schedule is open, so that people can call in or go online and book something.
Right.
That way it's accurate
Yeah.
to where there is no question that the person can confidently schedule that appointment.
Yeah, and what's
if they need
going
to.
on with our shops. Our calendar stays up to date. So as you can see, there's multiple ways to book a job here at EZN. You can call us, or you can come here on site, or you can check out our website.
And that way you can determine what you need for your vehicle, boat, RV, anything like that.
That's right. So Kandace will be here for you. She's always answering the phone. She's always greeting customers as they come in, and she does a really good job of determining your expectations and budget and making the detail work for you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call or follow us on our social media pages where you can see more Shop Talk Tuesday every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Come back and see us.